Fine. So, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. The first thing is setting up the shortcuts. Okay. Note it down properly. If you have the pen, you can write down setting up the shortcuts. I'm gonna open the part template.
So can you repeat?
And
Hello.
here you need to utilize this icon, that is from the option drop down. Customize is there now. Use it. And over there we have the options to deal with these all, that is toolbars in the sense whatever you're gonna activate here. Let's say um, I don't want this task pane. You can uncheck this. This will go off now. You can see there is no task pane. If you want it back, you can add it. Okay, like this you can customize your entire user interface by using the toolbars. Clear? And then we have the shortcut bars. So from here you can customize your shortcut bar. Like shortcut bar, shortcut is S. You can write down. So I need the features. So you can switch from here for the features. You can use the search bar also to search particular command, but most of the tools will be available for me in the features only. I'm gonna just select this features. What and all you need, you just need to drag and drop it. I need the mirror. I'll drag and drop it here. And same thing, what and all you need, you can add it. So let's say I need draft, I'll add it. And even I need the shell. So like this you can drag and drop it. If you don't want something, you can select and drag it outside, so it will act as a dustbin. Okay, like this. Let me add again. Okay, and you can customize it by using this drag, 2 row, 1 row, 3 row, like this. So I prefer 2 rows. This is for part. You can customize it for assemblies as well as drawings and even the sketches. Okay, like this. Once you set this one, you need to click on OK. So I'm done with my shortcut bar, that is S. So once I press yes on any workbench, according to that workbench it gonna open the shortcuts. Let's say if you're working on the sketcher workbench, it gonna open the shortcuts of sketcher workbench. Okay, and now here the commands. Let's say I use normal to view multiple times. You can use the search bar, type normal to, select this one and drag and drop it wherever you want to place it. If you want to place on the uh, command manager, on the simulation tab, you can do it. Otherwise, if you want it here in the heads of view toolbar, you can place it like this. Okay, and then menus to insert by default, and then keyboard shortcuts here. Write it down, very important. Type isometric. Okay, so for isometric, shortcut is I. If you add anything just beside it with comma, that will be added. So you can specify multiple shortcut at once. Remember that. So this is done for isometric I. For normal to view N. You're writing right?
Yes.
Then smart dimension. For me it is Z. If you press Z, it will activate the smart dimension. Then circle. For me center circle C. You type the same. And then for insert sketch, for insert sketch, this one for me Q. Okay, and again I need trim, 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 for that T. Done. So you can set it like this. Click OK once you set it. And then mouse gestures. So you can enable this one if you want. There are different gestures are available, 4, 3, 8, 12. So I recommend you to go ahead with the 8 or 4. So once you do that, you can set it up here. These are the default. If you don't want it, drag and drop it. If you want it, just from here you search it. Otherwise from here you can choose what you want and drag and drop it here. Okay, once you customize it, so right now I am into Sketchup Workbench. Okay, if I press yes now, I'm gonna get the feature tools. Okay, and right now I'll jump into front plane. So right now I am into Sketchup Workbench, right? If I press yes now, I'll have all the Sketchup Workbench shortcuts. Any doubts here how to customize your user interface?
No, sir, no, sir.
Okay, now I'll switch to next lesson. So today this is the part which we are going to work on. See, my shortcut is I for isometric, N for normal. Okay, and what is normal to view? You need to have a proper explanation for this. You need to remember how it's gonna work. Let's say if I orient to like this, it is approximately top plane, right? If I press N, so it will orient to top plane only. Okay, remember that. So again, if I rotate it to
What
exact,
was it?
see, concentrate. So right now I need the front plane. Okay, so what you can do is you can use the rotating panning option so that you can simply rotate it like this, and once it is near to front view, press N, so it will automatically take you to the front plane. Okay, normal to view. You getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
So right now I need the bottom view. So what you can do is you can simply rotate it kind of approximately 70% of the bottom view. Press N, normal to view, bottom view, like this icon. Clear? So which is nearer to your particular view, so it's gonna activate that particular view. Clear?
Yes.
Yep. Now I am having these all the dimensions. I need to recreate this. So how should I start? The first thing is I'll create the rectangle. So as I said, you can use this rollback bar. The first thing is I'm gonna create this. So from origin it is 220 mm away, 100, and the dimension is 20. Here angle is 8 degrees. So we'll do this much, and then we'll go for this transition section, diameter 12, and then head portion and the remaining things. Okay, let's start this one. Control and shortcut. I'm using each and everything shortcut here. So if I press Q, it will activate the insert sketch. Remember that. So right now I need the top plane. I'll click OK on it, and I need what? Rectangle. Use a shortcut. From here you select any of the rectangle. So I better go with the center rectangle. I'll create it like this. So manually you can enter the values. So let's say it is of, I don't know, I'll enter 140 tab 40 for now. I don't know exactly how much it is, so later on you can customize it. Okay, let's say I don't want the center rectangle. I'll take the corner rectangle. It is like this, and the dimension here you can see it is 120, right? I'll define the dimension. Shortcut is Z for me. If I press Z, it will activate the smart dimension. Okay, from here you can see it is activated. If I press again Z, it will deactivate it. I'll press Z, I'll define it as 100. Okay, and this should be 20, right? And now this circle should be exactly, sorry, this rectangle should be exactly in symmetry with the origin. Means half of the portion should be towards this and half of the portion towards my right. What to do? One way is you can select the midpoint of this one, and you can select this one as a midpoint and define vertical. Okay, this is one way. Another way is you can select the midpoint and you can define the dimension from the midpoint to origin, that is 10 mm. Second way, right? One more way is, you can simply add a center axis, convert this as a preference entity, select these two and the axis and define symmetry. Clear? These are the possible ways. So right now I'll simply select the center point of the rectangle and this vertical, and I'll define the dimension from here to here. It is 240. Any doubts up to here?
No.
Okay, once you're done with this, you can exit the workbench. See, for inserting and exiting the workbench, same key, that is Q. So it's gonna work as both. You can enter, you can edit the sketch, you can create a new sketch, and you can exit the workbench once everything is done. Press Q. Isometric view, and now you can switch to, see, one more is in the features we have the 3D instant. If I simply click on this icon, you can drag it out to create a 3D features, but I don't want this. I'll press Ctrl Z, I'll switch to extrude, I'll select the sketch. This time I should extrude from the mid surface. So in this one we have the options. So I need from mid plane here, I'll select it. So the height I don't know exactly. Right now I'll define it as 20 for me. It is too much. I'll make it 18 now. And now it should have the draft on each and every faces. We can define the draft automatically here. Use this one and define the draft angle as 8. Right? 8. You can see all the faces. It has the 8-degree draft. Right? In one shot you can do it. To cross check this draft and the depth, I need to calculate here. The shortcut is to cross check the depth. It is already given here. It is 15. Okay, otherwise you can hold the control and select these two faces. It will showcase here. Normal distance is 15. So how much we have defined for this? 18. So make it 15. Double click on there itself. Okay, don't need to go into the feature and make the changes. Any doubts up to here?
No. पर सर अगर ऊपर का पार्ट ही पेपर चाहिए रहेगा तो
We should do it manually then. We have the drafts. Getting? So if you want everywhere the draft, that is okay. Otherwise you need only on one side, you should use the manual drafting. Clear?
yes.
Okay. So now I need to create this portion, extruded one, right? This is of how much? Diameter 12. So we'll do the same here. Anyway, it is from away from the origin. I'll just select the front plane here. So on it I'll create a circle. C for circle shortcut. Remember, SolidWorks is all about shortcuts. Diameter is 15. Now you need to tell me from these options which and all I can use, which and all not. So it is going towards this. I'll reverse the direction. Can I use blind? Yes or no?
Yes.
How much length I need to specify? Total is 220, 240. How much it should be if I specify the length? It should be less than
140.
it should be less than 280, right? And more than 140, isn't it?
Yes.
So if I specify exactly 240, will it be correct?
No.
Because it will extend outside. Okay, remember that. So these are all the basics. So now you know that we can use this one, right? Blind. Okay, what about through all? Can I use it? Yes or no?
No.
Yeah, if I select through all, it will extend outside again. So up to the next edge, I cannot. Up to next. If you select up to next, you need to define the face. If I select the face, it is like this. No. Up to next, you can use it. Up to the next surface, it's gonna extend. Okay, remember that. So you can see whatever the face might be, whatever the shape, however the shape is, it's gonna take the same. Okay, so we can use that up to next. What about up to vertex? Can I use it? Means you can select the face or an edge.
Yes.
Yes. So here, if I select this one, is it correct?
No.
So you need to select a proper edge. So if I select this one, this is fine. So if I select this point, that is also fine. but not this one extended, remember that. And the next one is up to surface. Can I use it? Yes or no?
Yes.
No, if you select the face, according to that face, it's gonna orient whatever the face you select. So up to face is not recommended here, remember that. And then offset from surface, can I use it? Means from the surface offset distance we need to provide.
No.
We can use it, so the distance should be proper. So you can see it is going anyway inside. So if I define 20 mm, so it will be merged. So no need to worry about it. So we can use it, but the proper input should be given. Up to body, you can use it. You can select the body, and finally is the mid plane, not needed here. Mid plane in the sense from the center it will extend both sides. So best one is up to next for now. You can select it. Clear?
Yes.
Any doubts up to here?
No.
Okay, we are done up to here. So the diameter should be 12. So we have defined it as 15. So I need to make the changes. Make it to Control K is the shortcut to update it. Remember that. Now I need to create this particular sketch. So for that you can see these arcs and all they have given. You can make it normal to view so that you can understand. So this is the arc. The diameter is 30. Radius is 13, and this one is 16 and 18. So we'll do the same. I'll select the top plane here. Okay. Which one? This one. So I need to create it here somewhere. So instead of creating here, I'll create somewhere here. So I'll create two circles for now. So these are the two circles. Okay. And the circle distance between from here to here, I'm using shortcuts, is 18. And this should be how much? 13 in the sense 26. And this should be 32, right? So you can define the radius, but just select the dimension. Okay. Just select the dimension, right click on it and select display options as diameter, and you can again change it as radius. Okay, otherwise you can double click on it. From here leaders, you can make the changes radius to diameter, remember that.
Okay.
So these 2 points should be vertical. I'll define. So anything extra needed here, I need to add the tangent lines. So create 2 lines like this, and then hold the control and define the tangency. Same thing for this. Okay, and even for these. So now use T for shortcut trimming. Corner trim is active. You simply drag like this, so automatically it will trim. I don't want inside portion, so you can remove it like this. I need to assemble it. You simply select the center and drag and drop it, so it's gonna assemble over there and fully defined. Okay, come back, go to features and extrude. From the center, mid plane, the distance I'll take it as 18 for now, and the draft angle should be 8. Okay, now click OK. Now I need to cross check the depth. So from this face to this bottom face it is 20. So I need to make the changes here. It should be 20. Any doubts up to here?
No.
Okay, next thing is I need to create this cutout. The cutout depth is 2 mm, right? And inside depth is, you can simply select this edge so that you can understand it is 2 mm, right? And even you can check it here, it has given the same. I'm giving the shortcut how to check it. So if you have anywhere edges, you simply select it, it's gonna give the length. So we need to do it here. So isometric view, select the face, on it you sketch, and just select the face, use this option that is offset entities, and define the value how much you want to reverse inside, green check. Automatically it will create. Otherwise you can select manually, you can create it, but it's gonna take too much time. Once you define it, you can directly come outside. You can use the drag button downwards like this. Okay, these all are the shortcuts instead of using cut extrude and do it. Any doubts?
Detail.
Oh shit, 10 minutes remaining. Control Z. Delete this. See, this 3D instant app is active. This one, if it is active, you simply need to select the sketch. Okay.
हम्म,
What the hell? Once you select this, you can see this icon, 3D instant icon.
yes,
So you can drag it up. So if you drag it up, it's gonna create the extrude. If I drag it downwards, it's gonna create the cut. So I need up to 2 mm cut. Done. Clear?
yes,
Yeah. Next thing is to deal with these cutouts. The radius is 9 and radius is 12, right? And we should do the same. And that should be at the center. Select this one, sketch on it, go inside, use the circle for C for circle, hover on the corner so that you can get the center. How much it is? 9, right? 18 diameter. It should be 12 in the sense 24, no? So you can use the trim center, you can remove it, and then same thing, exit the workbench. But I don't know the depth of it. Okay, I know that from the bottom face it is 5 mm above. Getting? I don't know the exact depth, but I know from the bottom face it is 5 mm above the cut. So what you can do is you can use the extruded cut, select the sketch. From here we have the option that is offset from the surface. Select the surface. From here you define it as 5 mm above. Getting up to 5 mm it will leave the portion and remaining it will cut. Clear? Any doubts there?
yes, no,
So if I'm fast, you just let me know. I'll slow down, okay? So this diameter is 9 and this diameter is how much? 12. We'll do the same here. Just select the face, sketch, C for circle, hover on the corners, 9. So this should be 12. Exit. Simply select the sketch and drag it down. Done. So now last thing is to apply the fillets. So fillet here is how much? It is 3 mm radius. Simply select the edge, you're gonna get the excess, define it here 3, right? And same thing for these. Once you are done with this, cross check for this, how much it is, radius 1, right? Just select the edge and define fillet here, radius should be 1. You can see the tangent propagation is active. Wherever the tangent is there, it is extending, right? Then here should be the same, and even at the bottom it should be same. And now at these corners, circle corners, I need to create the fillets of 2. Just select the circle, click on the fillet and define it as 2. Okay, automatically at the circular feature corners it will create the fillets accordingly. Any doubts up to here?
no.
So
सर
yeah,
सर पर मतलब ऑफसेट करना रहेगा तो वो सर पे सिलेक्ट करना
yes, bottom surface तुझे select करना है, offset surface. कौन सा surface है तुझे offset देना है ना, वो surface select करके वहाँ से distance देना है. Clear?
yes,
Okay, that's all about this session. You need to practice the exercises of it, okay, and do this model same and the previous exercise. You can take 2 days to complete these all the activities. Okay,
okay,
fine then. So we can wind up the session. So if you have any questions, you can directly call me anytime. Fine.
okay,
Bye.
yes.